So I'm here to present to you on some project updates and the permits that are needed to develop along our future projects. So a little bit about who we are. We are an independent government agency. We were created by the Hidalgo County and the Texas Transportation Commission in 2005 with the purpose of accelerating transportation projects with the direction of a local board here from the Valley to address those local mobility needs that we have. So we're overseen by a 7-member board of directors. Our board of directors are established. One is appointed by the governor. The county judge and the county commissioners, they all have one appointee as well. The largest city in the Valley, which is McAllen, has another appointee. So that's how we get our 7 board members. Our vision is to be an effective partner in improving mobility to enhance the quality of life and economic vitality of the region. And our mission is to provide our customers with a rapid and reliable alternative for the safe and efficient movement of people, goods, and services. So some of the services that we provide is our main task is to complete the Hidalgo County Loop to address the mobility needs of the Valley. Our second task is we oversee the overweight permit system here for the Valley as well. And we're currently in construction of the first tollway here in Hidalgo County. So I'll get into it more in detail. But first, the overweight oversized corridor permit. We allow shippers to securely order specialized overweight permits online through our system. The permits cover travel over Hidalgo County roads shown here on the map. It's important to mention that overweight permit is only able to be used on the roads. There's no getting out of that corridor because they may be imposing fines on that travel that's not approved. And with this permit, you'll be able to go to 125,000 pounds in comparison with the 80,000 pounds that are allowed by the regular way. So I mentioned about the Hidalgo County Loop. This is our strategic plan. Here you can see the overall picture of what we see the county in the future. This is a 40-year plan. We're up in about year 15 of this plan. As you can see, and I'll go over all of them, but starting with Tollway Segment 3, which is, so Tollway Segment 3, this yellow one that you see here, that's being completed. That's a connection from the Pharr International Bridge to the 365 Tollway. That's a direct connection. The next project is 365 Tollway Segments 1 and 2, which is what you see there in yellow as well. That one's going to start at the Pharr International Bridge, and it's going to end up at the Anzalduas Bridge. So that's our second project. That we expect completion of that project in September of 2026. After that, we're going to continue with Tollway Segment 4, which you see in yellow with number 1. That's our first priority for development. That starts at Anzalduas International Bridge and ends a little bit west of Conway Avenue. Our second priority in development would be Section A, what you see there in green. That project starts at where Segment 4 ends up west of Conway and continues all the way to I-2 at the area where the La Jolla Relief Route starts. So that allows travel to the west without getting into the cities, and in the future allows travel through Section C to I-69 Central. So as you can see, this is the plan on the west side of the county to remove that traffic that's not going locally to the cities, to have a way out of the cities and up to the northern cities. On the east side of the Pharr International Bridge, we have IBTC, what you see there in purple, pinkish. That project, we undertook it. We environmentally cleared the project. It's a process that takes anywhere from 8 years to 12 years because it's an environmental impact statement. So we undertook it. We purchased right-of-way for the project, majority of the right-of-way for the project. And since TxDOT had money at the time, we transferred the project to TxDOT so they could build it for free. What you see here in yellow, after the pink, would be a toll train. What you see in yellow below the pink and everything in the pink, that would be a free section. After that, we have Section F, what you see there in orange. Section F would connect the future IBTC, which is, by the way, scheduled to start construction in 2028. Section 3 would connect IBTC all the way to I-2 on the east side, hugging the county line. That would be our third priority. And then our fourth priority would be the connector, which is Section E, which would go from I-2 north to 68 and then eventually to I-69 Central. And on the west side would be Section C, which is our fifth priority, which would connect, like I mentioned, I-2 on the west side to I-69 Central. So this is our overall view. As you see there, more than likely, these are just lines on a map. They're not established routes. We have to go through the environmental process to get those approved. More than likely, what you see there in the light blue or Section C would end up a little bit further north by the airport where the white line ends so that we can complete a complete loop. But basically, these overall are strategic priorities for the next 25 years for the Army. So talking more about what we have in construction right now, which is segments 1 and 2 of 365 Tollway. It's a 12.22 miles project that limits from Anzalduas Highway, like I mentioned, with a direct connector to GSA, to US 281 Military Highway by the Pharr International Bridge. Our contractor is Police Construction. We have a contract amount of $295,932 with 420. Our contract time is 1,264 days, and currently we're at a 70% completion percentage, and we have paid to date 186 million, about 187 million. And as I mentioned, our expected completion date is September of 2026. So more zoomed in version of the map that we saw earlier. Here you can see segment 3, which was completed with the overpass on 281, so you don't have to stop to get into 365 Tollway. You'll exit the BSIF inspection facility. You'll go through the connector, and you would get into 365 Tollway. 365 Tollway goes north to about Dicker Road, which is the free part of 365. After that, you get on the tollway, start moving west, and that's the toll area of this road. And then segment 1 and 2 end at Anzalduas right now, and what you see as number 4, which is segment 4, it starts at Anzalduas and ends by Madero, or the city of Madero. Some pictures of the progress here in the project. This is Military Highway. That's the intersection that I'm talking about for the Pharr International Bridge. So you exit the Pharr International Bridge, and this is where the tollway starts. As you can see, now it looks more like an expressway facility. We had a lot of questions asking like, oh, it looks like a two-lane road. Well, we were still in construction. Now it's looking more like an expressway facility with frontage roads, ramps, etc. This is the Highline Road intersection. We have column caps, we have beams, we have earthwork going on, and we're missing doing that overpass there on Highlight, but it's looking like progress. This is the Anaya Road intersection. As you can see, we have the bridge completed, and we're working on the earthwork and finalizing the concrete pavement over that on that overpass. This is the Dicker Road intersection. This is looking east. As you can see, we're preparing to pour that bridge deck over Dicker Road. A lot of progress. A lot of the detention ponds are done. The excavation is done. We're just working on getting those overpasses completed, coordinating with the irrigation district for their adjustments. And the main thing here, the south side of Pharr, is coordinating with the irrigation districts, because they do still provide a lot of water to the land here in this area. This is the Jackson Road intersection. As you can see here, we have the columns ready, the column cap, and we're ready to place the beams. There's some irrigation crossings that we need to do there, adjustments, but we're working on this intersection as well. This is west of 10th Street, looking east. As you can see, majority of the concrete work is done. We're missing some seating, some paving for the ramps. We're working on the central traffic barrier, as you can see there, and obviously we're missing the final striping for the road. But a lot of progress, as you can see. This is at the Sherry Road intersection, looking west. As you can see here, this is basically the final product, how it's going to look. You can see there the tolling gantries. We're working on installing the equipment on those tolling gantries as we speak. And then final pavement markings, final safety barriers and stuff like that. But this is basically how our final project would be looking. This is at the Ansel Duas Bridge again. This is where we end up tying. You can see there the toll gantries as well on the main lanes, and basically the project almost complete in this area. Then after we complete construction of this project, we're working on 365 Tollway Segment 4. This is the project that's going to extend this to Conway Avenue. This is a 3.47 miles project with a proposed letting date or start of construction date of 2029. We estimate the cost to be $140 million around there. The project is environmentally clear. Our next steps is to get an environmental refresher for the project and start acquiring the right-of-way, and then performing the final plans, specifications, and estimates so we can get to construction. The proposed funding at this time is toll revenue bonds. Again, in order to build this road, we have to use toll revenues. So we issue bonds to do the construction, and then we toll the road for some years to get back that money. After that, this is just a zoomed-in version of the segment 4. You can see it's our first priority after construction ends, extending from Ansel Duas to west of Conway. Some other information for development. I know our road is going to be ready in September of 2026, so there's going to be a lot of development after we complete the road. We have a webpage set up with the policies and forms that we need to receive to approve development along our road. As you can see, you can go to our website under documents. There's a policies and forms section where you can see our access management policy, our driveway request form, and then utility installation request. Our access management policy has everything you need to know about where to place driveways along our road, the location of the width of those driveways, and all of those requirements for the queuing lengths and all this good stuff that needs to be reviewed by us. But that's available for the public and for anybody to see. So this is what we request for a driveway request form. This is needed for a street tie-in when you're going to do a new subdivision and you're going to tie to our frontage roads. Any commercial driveway that's going to tie into our frontage road, any residential driveways, any temporary driveways, any sidewalks, and any hydraulic connections to our storm lines. This request form will need to be submitted with all the information so we can review it and make an approval. The utility installation request that I mentioned, this is for utility crossings, both public and private, and for any parallel public utilities that are approved to go on our right-of-way. You will need to submit this utility installation request to the RMA to be reviewed and approved before you do any construction.